What is an artist's favorite part of a castle? The drawbridge. Happy Monday, my friends. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. I've had a pretty good weekend myself. Been pretty busy. Didn't accomplish a lot of the things I wanted to, but that's all right. That's all right. It was a good weekend nonetheless. I hope you are well tonight. Thank you very much for being here. And let me welcome everybody in. Fufu Love Chess is first in chat tonight. Hello, Fufu, and welcome in. I hope you are well. Mile Hyrule and Lucent Jelly are close behind. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Pleasure to have you here. Also good to see Game and Fit. I dropped my watch on the floor today, Game and Fit says. When I went to pick it up, some guy stood on it and threatened my friend. So I punched him square in the nose. No one bullies my friends. Not on my watch. Very well done, Game and Fit. I like it. Welcome in, welcome in. Zelda time. We need something better. Mario Brothers. Anything that's more common. You know, we do those kind of games sometimes, but it is what it is. If you click on my stream, you're more than likely going to see trash. Welcome in Sparrow and Cows. Pleasure to have you both here. Welcome in. Oh, Cows, I got something to share with you in just a moment. I think you'll find it very exciting. This is where Jank lives. It's my favorite. Jank is my realm. It's my favorite place. All right. This is the house that Jank built. Let me just take a quick look around. I did some cleaning. Down here in my game room. Not that you'll be able to notice anything on your end probably, but things look a little better for me. I have not been able to work on the C64 yet. I did buy a brand new flash drive. So I'm gonna be able to eliminate that as a potential source of the problem. But for those wanting an update on the C64 situation, I've not had time to sit down and work on it. Might not until this upcoming weekend. But we'll see. Derek Ocean, welcome in. Hope you are well today. The house that Jank built. Oh. So I just wanted to let you know, Cows, that I found a new friend. I found a new friend for my Pokemon collection up here. I don't really have a spot for him. Let him hang out here on the corner in a place of semi-honor for tonight. What a wonderful new friend. Game and Fit says, I did some damage to the RE4 remake today. I'm fairly impressed with it so far. Still prefer the original. Long way to go until I'm finished with the new one, though. Right on. I wish you continued success with that. Defiant Salem, welcome in. Feeling cozy and lots of pain from attempting to move things around twice here, though. I'm glad to have you here. Hopefully we can help you relax and recover, Salem. I know all about moving stuff around. My wheel isn't quite as visible as it used to be. Oh well. Let me get out of the way. We'll start playing a game here really soon. What a wonderful new friend. Finding Nemo. Put him on top to assert dominance. I would stack the Magikarp on the top of the other Pokemon, but I'm worried I'm gonna just knock them all off. And I've been knocking. Like I said, I've been cleaning in my room down here, and I've been knocking stuff over and making disasters. Enough. Get that shopping bag out of the way. Derek says, just watched a YouTube video recently on Superman 4 about the behind the scenes. And wow, what a crazy story. Very interesting. Might be something worth looking into. Alright, we're going to get our Frownie icon out of the way. We're playing Haunted Castle tonight, my friends. The time has come again to endure the agony that is Haunted Castle. We'll play a couple runs through it, and then we'll switch over and it'll be Kirby for the entire second part of the night. Sparrow says, I was looking into a Mister for you as a replacement for the C64 Mini. Unfortunately, the price of entry is still around $750 US. So unless everyone would like to chip in, it might have to wait. I would say so, Sparrow. That is an unreasonable price tag. I appreciate the thought, but I'm happy to continue working with what I've got. I'll be able to I really hope to be able to figure out what I'm doing wrong with the C64. It's got to be all user error, but the problem is it requires the user to solve it. I'm the source of the error in the first place. I do not trust myself to be the source of the solution. I might, though, Sparrow, if I think about it and get some time, I may send you a copy of like some of the games that are giving me problems and the CJM files that are not working, so that maybe you can take a look at them and maybe see if they work on yours, or if you can see like a syntax error that I've made, but I don't know. It's the same, like I'm copy pasting the same file and just renaming it. So I don't know why the syntax would have gone bad, but I'll have to read through it again, Sparrow. I did read the message that you sent me, but I read it at the end of that stream, and I haven't looked at it again since. So I wasn't necessarily in the best like brain state. Christian Cool, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. The FPGA board is scarce at the moment. That should change soon, though. Might reduce the overall price, so we'll just have to wait and see. Well, keep me posted, Sparrow. And if it starts to look like something I might be able to afford, then I'll give it some thought. Though there are a lot of other things that I'm like somewhat committed to purchasing for the stream, so it may have to wait in line a little bit. Derek says, I'm seeing Superman tomorrow with my buddy at the theater. They're bringing it back for an anniversary. Oh, cool. I didn't know about that. Hope you guys have a good time. Sounds like fun. Watch the deleted scenes from Superman 4. Some of them, I was like, why did you take that out? I'm not expert at it. I've probably seen Superman 4 is probably the movie I've seen of the Superman films the second most times. But I haven't seen it since I was very young. Ooh, I might have missed a message here. If I skip something in the chat, my friends, Apologies. Game of It said, I discovered a new workout. It's called Stir the Natural Peanut Butter. Once I've mastered that routine, I'll switch to the ultimate test, opening the pickle jar. That's always a struggle. Opening a fresh jar of peanut butter, because I get those. I get because I like the like simple peanut butters that like the oil separates out. Yeah, it's always a struggle to put that back together. Salem says I did, however, have some amazing Japanese food last week. I'm very happy to report that I can now use chopsticks fluently. Right on, Salem. I think I think chopsticks, like, I think doing things like that with your hand are very good for like your dexterity and your mental health. Emerald Warriors, welcome in. I hope your week is getting off to a wonderful start. I love using chopsticks to eat sushi, Game and Fit says. I refuse to eat them with a fork. Jelly and I were examining like the way that we hold our forks. We were sort of considering and comparing them, and that's very difficult to do because if you want to analyze how you hold a fork, it's very difficult to actually like pick it up naturally. Like it's something you have to be like stopped in the middle of to really catch an accurate picture. But apparently, I hold my fork like a pencil. Basically, yeah. I hold a fork pretty much exactly the same way I hold a pencil. We were thinking about it. We were thinking about it because I was watching. We were watching something on YouTube, and the guy made. He said something about the people in the comments making fun of the way he held a fork in his videos. So that's what got it on our mind. Salem says I'll use them to eat regular food just to challenge myself. Right on. I had we had soup tonight for dinner. Very difficult to eat with chopsticks. A hamburger with chopsticks is level 100. Game and Fit says. I'm doing well, Warrior says. Not sick anymore. That is great to hear. Fully recovered. Right on. Glad to have you back at full strength, Warriors. I'm holding my spoon like a pencil, so I'm not always a savage, Jelly says. Not burgers. Not that good. There's a work colleague holding it in his right hand. I asked if he was left-handed, but he said, no, it's just faster. Why would having your fork in your right hand make you left-handed? Corned beef hash is easy with chopsticks, Salem says. That corpse looks like Freddy Krueger's brother. Alright, let's fill up our credits. So my PB in this game is a 5 credit clear. I'm playing it a lot lately because I'd really like to do a 1-credit clear at some point. Last time we played, I cleared it in 10 credits twice, and then I got a PB of 5 credits. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to ever repeat that. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I am very aggressively left-handed. Like when I eat a steak, like if I pick up a fork and knife, like I pick them up fork in the left hand, knife in the right, and then I go to cut the steak, so I have to switch hands so that I'm cutting with my left hand, and I cut off a piece of the steak. But before I can pick it up and eat it, I have to switch back so that I pick it up with my fork with my left hand and eat it. And then I switch and cut and switch and eat and switch and cut, and that is how I naturally like eat a steak. I my left hand is like my left hand is overwhelmingly dominant. So this game is very jank and very difficult. I do not promise a smooth ride through this game. I do not promise success. But, you know, we're going to see how well we do. It's hard for me to look away from the game because it kind of demands that you move through obstacles in a very quick manner. So I will be slow at reading the chat. Just a heads up there. I will do my best to try and catch up every now and then. But I'm going to fall pretty terribly behind, just so you know. This is Castlevania Salem. So this Haunted Castle is a Castlevania game. It was made for the arcade about a year after the NES Castlevania. It is... It is not good. But for some reason, I am captivated by it, and I feel the need to continue playing it and to hopefully become very good at it. Yeah, 97. I'm playing it. This is a release on the Switch. It's the Arcade Archives version. I think I keep saying it's Arcade Classics, but that's not right. This is Arcade Archives. Thank you for the pistachios, Warriors. We'll have those on the next stage. Or when I die. I might die to this boss. Nice. Nice, we're in the right place. Pause here on the map screen. I have nerve damage in my left hand, so holding stuff is a no-no. I'm sorry to hear that, Salem. Pistachios are your favorite as well. They are top tier snack food, pistachios. I try to always have them on hand. I don't always succeed. I get them with the shells on too, because if I got them without the shells, I would just eat the entire bag at once. Sparrow says I use chopsticks left-handed, though. Apparently, in a traditional sense, that is considered unhygienic. So for all the efforts I put in to master my chopstick skills, I still don't think they are appreciated, Sparrow says. I also really like Superman 3, Derek said before. It's a weird movie that I enjoyed. I'd watch that one again. It's been a while. It is a very odd movie. What's the jankiest game that you've played that you also enjoyed? Is it this game? Game and Fit says. Most people would probably say Castlevania 64. I don't think that game is that janky, but that's what most people would probably like a notoriously janky game, and especially if you like consider my rate of enjoyment for it, which is extremely high. I don't know if I enjoy this game. I don't know if I could say that I enjoy this game. Bort Jams, welcome in. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to honestly play Castlevania 3. I will never touch it. What's wrong with Castlevania 3? Castlevania 3 is a lot of fun. It's hard. It's very hard. I need to play it more. I've only ever beaten it once. I need to play through it and get like all the different endings and really master that one. But instead I'm wasting time with this game. I don't know if there's... I don't know. I was gonna say, I don't know if there's any way to avoid being damaged by that one particular boulder. Castlevania 2. I'll never touch 2. Oh. 2 is really not that bad. Especially if you know what to do. It's not great, but it's not the utter calamity that it's been made out to be. Oh, I'm dead. No! Once I successfully beat one, I'll try 2. Right on. Oh, that's right. I think you were talking before. I think I might be wrong, but I think you were saying before you hadn't played any of them yet. Castlevania 1. Castlevania 1 is pretty tough. 2 is I think 2 is a lot easier than 1. if you know what to do. The hardest part about 2 is just figuring out the, like, cryptic progression it has. I like the sound that Simon's boots make when he lands. It really does sound like one boot touches the ground slightly before the other one, and, like, that's good. Because he jumps with one leg slightly higher than the other one. Good job, Konami. Finally found 3 of the original Xbox games I used to own back in the day, Board Jam says. Right on. I'm happy for you on that one. It's great. It's great to be, like, reunited with an old piece of media like that. Castlevania always gets me on the stage after the first boss. The Medusa heads, yeah. Yeah. Their pattern is, like, optimal for frustration, right? Those, like, wavy lines they move in. Nice, I got a cross. No, it didn't work. Oh, my aim is terrible. Oh, we've got an early raid tonight. From Angelus. Hello, Angelus. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for the raid, my friend. Always a pleasure to have you join us. Come on in and tell us all about your stream, what you were doing, and how it went. Jelly, can you sneak my things onto the table? No! Excuse me a moment, my friends. Thank you for the coffee and the snacks, Jelly. Angela says, have a doctor's appointment, so I'd start my stream earlier tonight. I hope that goes smoothly for you, Angelus. I hope you're doing all right. Hope it's nothing too serious. No, I'm not gonna pry for details or anything like that. Just wishing you the best. Board Jam says the games are Sudakai, Whacked, and Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Don't know any of those 3. Also pre-ordered Inuyasha Funko Pops. Right on. I've heard of that. I think it's an anime. I don't know. I've heard that title before, but I don't really know anything about it. Derek says, I wrote a super long review for Superman 4 and told my buddy to read it, and he was probably like, this guy needs a life. Probably not a lot of people analyzing in detail Superman 4. We took Halo 1 for granted back then, Game and Fit says. That game is marvelous even by today's standards. I've never played it, Game and Fit. That's not true. That's not true. I played a little bit of the multiplayer one time. One of my friends had an Xbox, and when he invited me over to play the PvP in Halo, and I annoyed him by jumping around a whole lot and not taking it seriously. Just a routine checkup, Angela says. Good to hear. And did I say welcome in, Greg? Greg's Retro Channel is here, and we're glad to have you, my friend. Hope you're doing great tonight, Greg. I've got raspberries and cheese and coffee. I think I'm going to start with a raspberry. I don't have raspberries very often, but I think they might be my favorite fruit. It's so good. It's just a little bit tart, cold and sweet, wonderful. I find them way too tart, Sparrow says. Frownie is nothing if not persistent. Welcome in, Dynamite. That's like my one quality. That's my one, that's my superpower of video games. I'm not clever. I'm not talented. I'm not skilled. I'm not a fast learner. I have no admirable gaming abilities, except I have nearly unyielding persistence. Greg says, thanks. I'm good. Just thinking of looking into games for my new phone, but I keep hearing most mobile games stink. Well, the thing about mobile games is that I like platformers, and platforming with touchscreen controls on a phone is gross. Angela says, was playing Ballistics with a TurboGrafx 16. Never played it before. Turned out it's a futuristic sports game. Don't usually play sports games. Super Dodgeball is one of the only sports games I actually enjoy. I have Super Dodgeball. I think I have it on the NES and the Game Boy Advance. Cal says, you sell your abilities short. You have plenty of gaming skills, but you also have a baffling amount of persistence. Thank you, Cows. I love the choice of adjective. A baffling amount. That's wonderful. That sounds horrible. I'd probably be playing more RPGs though, Greg says. Yeah. You want to stick to something that's low intensity on the action. They cut 45 minutes from Superman 4, which would have made it over 2 hours originally. We were robbed. We were robbed of the truly majestic cut of Superman 4. Why is... I don't know why it kept using crosses. It was making the whip sound effect. Maybe that's just a generic attack sound effect. I think my chance to tie my PB, I think that ship sailed. Oh no, I didn't hit a checkpoint. Oh, that ship definitely sailed. Ugh, horrible. Thank you, Sparrow. Playing another game? I don't know. I don't know. The April victories list is looking pretty bare. I've been spending a lot of time playing through the same nonsense over and over again. I think so far the only game we finished this month is The Lion King. I need this food to leave me alone. Just run. I don't know if it'll follow me or not. Get off the thing! Oh, gross. I lost my sword. No, I didn't lose. Oh, I did. I couldn't. Whoa, it was on the screen and I still couldn't walk over far enough for it. Sorry, we hit a checkpoint. I only had to play Ghosts and Goblins on NES to appreciate just how talented you are and how much I failed dismally, Sparrow says. I mean, I've had a lot of time to practice that game, Sparrow. If you played that game as much as I played, you could be easily as good as I am. I'm chipping away at Far Cry 5. I've also been playing Twilight Princess since the Wii U is now installed. At the end of my bed, Sparrow says. Right on. I feel like it's been a while since you've gotten back to that one. Exactly. Exactly, Sparrow. Fail your way to the top. That's how I do it. Oh, I'm gonna be cheated out of my sword again? Oh, thank goodness. Let's go. That guy throws axes? I don't think I even knew that. I think I'll hang on to the cross. Stop throwing. It keeps throwing crosses. I don't know why I get so many accidental up inputs, but it's really annoying. I got a misshapen thumb or something. Sentient wall eyeballs. They give me every time. There we go. That's the trick. You gotta stay in the middle. You gotta stay in the middle for that guy. That's the trick. I quickly gave up with the Wii control scheme. Really couldn't get comfortable with it on the Wii U. Not only does the game look so much better, but I could just use the Wii U controller to do everything, so it's much more enjoyable. I didn't know that you tried to play it with the Wii controls. That boss is Prince of Persia meets One Must Fall. Afraid I don't know either of those, Sparrow. Prince of Persia I know vaguely of. One Must Fall I don't think I've ever heard of. Hey, Dead Zergling, welcome in. Haunted Castle again. It really is a haunted castle. No matter how many times Frownie beats it, he can never leave. It is Hotel Castlevania. I appreciate what you were doing there. I have Prince of Persia on the PlayStation 2, Sparrow, which is not which I do not believe is the game that you're talking about. One Must Fall is a fighting game from Epic Games before they created the Unreal Engine, Angela says. Zergling says, another round of bacon grease fried steak for me tonight. What was your dinner like, Brownie? I had soup, Zergling. Jelly and I make a soup with Italian sausage, potatoes, kale, and mushrooms as like the big ingredients. It's kind of like a Tuscan soup they do at Olive Garden. It's quite good, if I say so myself. Kung Pao comes out like a soup lately, probably because I never add sugar to thicken the sauce. Oh, the eyeball monster is really difficult to deal with. Everything in this game is really difficult to deal with. Last night would have been closer to a meal you would have approved of, Zergling, because I just had chicken thighs and bell peppers, but mostly chicken thighs. Baked them after letting them hang out in like an Asian style marinade. All right, let's see. There's a point where I thought a lick of paint and some stylistic changes would have made the mansion quite a nice place, but then I saw eyeballs popping out of the walls. I wonder if the place just needs to be burnt down. Very good. Warrior says McDonald's was mine. Spicy, crispy McChicken. Medium fries with a Coke. Not bad. Prince of Persia. I have a copy of Prince of Persia. The original is a classic. If you ever do see a copy for very cheap, it would do well following Pitfall and / Pitfall 2, and then games like Another World and Flashback afterward would make a great screen-by-screen platformer series. My concern, Sparrow, is those are all like cinematic platformer type games, like Oddworld. And I don't know that I enjoy that style of game. I like for my character control to be a lot more fluid and responsive, and a lot less mechanical than what you get in something like an Oddworld. I can't really speak for how the other games controlled necessarily, but from what I've seen of them, they look to be the same sort of clunky. You're not really moving your character so much as you're sending your character a series of commands that they may or may not choose to execute properly. I'd be willing to give them a try, you know. I played all the way through Oddworld, so it couldn't have been that awful of an experience. But I really like when my characters just do the actions I tell them to do, and not sort of contemplate doing the actions for, 12 seconds at a time in between. That's the way to play this game. When I just talked about like how fluid I want my gameplay to be, I'm now going to say the way to play this game is to like stop and think, do any repeating enemies spawn in here? And if they do, take care of them first before I take another step. So close to a checkpoint. Where'd he come from? Oh, I'm not where I thought I... Oh, yeah, I am. Oh, no, I'm not. I don't know what's going on. It seems like a piece of the castle is missing. Oops. Stop with the fire skulls. Oh, this game is the worst. It hurt me. Cool. Cool. Stuck on the stairs. Very cool. Glad that happened. Quick, wail on him quick. Goodness. No, I made an error already. I don't know if I can recover from it. Just catching up with me. Fall, don't fall, don't fall. Run, Simon, run. No. Oh, that really should have been it. Life is bad. I guess it was a bad guess. I don't know what he's doing. Why is his pattern different? This is infuriating. I don't know why sometimes he flies across over and over and over again, and sometimes he just never does. That doesn't make any sense. But it's really irritating. It's really irritating when he doesn't behave the way that like he's supposed to. It's a computer program. It's supposed to be reliable. Dracula's oversized head attacks, he got way over his head. It's not even the phase 2 that's bothering me though. He should have been dead that first time. We shouldn't be having to make all these extra attempts. It's very dispiriting, this game. Thank goodness. Thank you for the GG, Angelus. That was ugly. That was ugly. Let's see how many credits it took. You showed that head. What's up? Thank you, Zergling. We need a Conan. We need Conan the Barbarian to come in. 15. That took 15 credits. That's horrific. It was nice of you to let him have a couple of wins so he wouldn't feel too bad. Yeah, that you caught me, Zergling. That's 100% what I was up to. All right, I know it's early on in the night, but let me step away for a very quick BRB, my friends, and I'll be right back with you, and we'll take another run at this. Thank you for standing by. I'll see you again in a few minutes.